Who would you be without me, Prime?
Time to goon.
And welcome to the hashtag #1 non-chilling gaming podcast. You
From
pig!
this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
That thing is as gay as my fucking name right now. You pieces of shit!
Just sat down in my chair, brushed the dirt on my hair, took my shoes off, turned the TV on and saw the news reporter. She's so sexy. It's time to go. Hope it doesn't end soon. Gotta keep it going, gotta get it flowing, gotta cool. It's time to go. Hope it doesn't end soon. Gotta keep it going, gotta get it flowing, gotta cool. Edging is my passion, it's my dream to last for months. Don't need no compassion, I just need my hand, and I hope you understand. It's time to go. Hope it doesn't end soon. Gotta keep it going, gotta get it flowing, gotta cool. It's time to go. Hope it doesn't end soon. Gotta keep it going, gotta get it flowing, gotta cool. Gooning is my life. It's hard to live without it. If I don't edge, I will die. Did somebody say toothpick sounding? It's time to go. Hope it doesn't end soon. Gotta keep it going, gotta get it flowing, gotta cool. It's time to go. Hope it doesn't end soon. Gotta keep it going, gotta get it flowing, gotta cool. It's hard to think when I masturbate. The only thing in my head is the need to coom.
I'm Gabe. And I have brain damage.
Shout out to brain damage. Hello, everybody. How the fuck we? You alright, John?
Your clips are funny. It's good shit.
Oh, I got a new one, dude. This one's the best one ever.
Is this the Voldemort one again?
It's the Voldemort one. Oi, Moz, say something.
It's not!
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
It's
job,
so
Moz.
good.
My whole belongs to you guys today. And Voldemort.
That's crazy.
That's a wild statement.
Put that chat. Hello,
Those
everybody.
cheeks.
It's confirmed
Oh,
now.
we got Cheeks. We got Cheeks. Where's Cheeks? There he is.
Motherfucker. Thank you.
Not today.
Thank you.
Not today. Anyway, hello everybody. How the fuck you doing? Welcome back to Gronks Game, and you're watching Gronks, Dr. Single Games Game, talking podcast, the entire fucking internet. Thank you all so very much for being here. We have an absolute stacked lineup to go through today. There's so much going on today, and to any of you that come to watch the replay, appreciate you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all you magnificent bastards and beautiful bitches in the chat, I have a simple request. Can you guys please bitch up that thumbs up button to get it as blue, as Cortana's titties, that John Graham wants wrapped around his fucking neck until his hands pop off. And a huge thank you to the channel members. You guys are absolutely fucking phenomenal. But with all that said, I'm just going to go right ahead and go, Moz, you look really fucking depressed today. What the fuck?
Speechless.
This is an intro.
What's wrong, Moz?
Look, listen. Oh, we got John telling you that fucking piece of shit video is good. You you can't give him that much of an ego. He's a fuck.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
See what you done? Now he's gonna play like 10 million times. It's not funny. It wasn't even funny the first time. Shit. It took him 40 minutes to make that piece of shit.
No, yesterday you said it took 20 seconds.
Whatever the fuck it was.
40
20
minutes and
seconds.
20 seconds is pretty fucking different.
Same thing.
Okay, all right, anyway, go on.
Oh.
Well, anyway, Moz, how are you today, apart from your little freak out?
I had to wake up and I had to see that clip. How do you think I'm doing? But yeah, no, I'm doing all right. You fucking dogs. A lot of news, like all at once.
Yeah,
This is all
yeah.
So it's gonna
And-
be good. You fucking dogs.
Just as a reminder, next week, once we start next week, 5 p.m. Eastern. All right, 5 p.m. Eastern. So adjust your coitus patterns accordingly. Speaking of coitus patterns, we have John O. Hello, John O.
Hey, good to see y'all. Yeah, a little bit of everything today. A little disappointed with news will come up later in the today, I hope, and a little happy, a little frustrated because everybody, all you motherfuckers with the Monster Hunter Wild shit, man. You guys fucking simps, you crazy fucking simps. All acting like all throwing me with this slander and gaslighting shit. Oh, fucking blow me up. I gotta go off at them, man. Dude, Mike, to be fucking clear, y'all fucking bought a broken ass game that's fucked up for half the people that are trying to play it. And yet y'all gonna act like it's a big dub? Please, brothers, please. Give it Capcom screwed this up. Y'all bought a broken game, and what are they gonna do? They're gonna free. What do they need to? Why do they need to fix things? They're gonna take their sweet time with it. They made their money. They made all kinds of money. So if we want to keep going with the AAA industry and bang on their doors about bringing out games that are that work, that are polished, well done, out the gate, this is not it.
Well, we have a message from Capcom to you, Jono.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
But this is the best. This is probably sums it up. It's kind of on us for buying a Japanese game on PC.
I suppose, yeah.
Jeez. But we brought a guest. We got John motherfucking Graham. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't live an exciting life. I just edit and record shit every day. So, well, I'm happy to be here.
It's kind of
A lot
sound
of
like him.
interesting stuff today.
That sounds like his life, except without the editing and recording. We just unplug him and he shuts down. Oh boy. No, we actually do have a lot to go through today. So let's go through the chat. I see Jono's in the chat talking about Black Widow's boobs. Guna. Sandro is here. Oh boy. And then we have Gravy. We have Doug. And then we have the Big Fig, Rich, and Cremo. It's for you, Moz. Jesus.
Still waiting for that lethal lightning to slob me knob. After all this hole digging to complete Sit Me Senpai's pussy pimpin' network.
That's not what it said, but anyway, thank you
That's exactly what it said.
Thank you very much. No, we're not going to touch what Moz has said on that one. But thank you very much, Big Thick and Rich Cremo. That's I'm worried about that. I'm very worried about it. This is the type of shit I deal with, John. What the fuck is that?
They're fucking disgusting animals.
It's some very creative super chats, yeah.
And then we have Last Toxic Male. It's for you, Moz. Thank you, Last Toxic Male.
I've got more Riz radiating from my cock than Mozza has in his entire body. Just ask his mum. For real. You don't have as much Riz as I do. That's fucking bullshit.
That's his response. That's the thing he zeroes in him. Not the other part. Bullshit. It's just that one part. He's like, nah, you're full of shit.
No, you got yeah, I doubt Riz, you motherfucker.
Oh, thank you, Last Toxic Male. Beefy Fives in here. Butcher Blavikin, a Simba, Boy, Valley, P-Dub, the dude. We also have the Last Toxic Male again with another fiver. Lethal, don't you dare flash John Graham that disgusting, infecting clip you call a wiener.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a wild statement. Save it as an exclusive only on Gronking Plus. What the fuck? Dude, I don't know what this fucking Gronking Plus shit is you guys are trying to come up with, man.
Someone made like a weird porn side of us. It's not
That's
good.
it. Everybody's got a plus now. So why not us?
I guess so.
You heard it. Exclusive content, Gronkin Plus. Sign up
Gronkin Plus, where I flash my
Lethal
disgusting
flashing.
infected clip.
I don't want nothing to fucking do with it. Because it's just going to be Voldemort clips.
Oi, it's going to be what, Moz?
It's just going to be
Oh,
Voldemort
boy.
clips.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
Sunshade, good to see you. SK is here. Jack of all casuals, my boy Shocker Zulu. He misses you, Moz. Oi, late in Mozzie shoes.
Hey,
He wants to
shut up,
adopt it.
Shocker, you fucking weird, fucking disgusting piece of shit. You play
I think he
Sim
wants to
2
keep-
way too much.
No, he wants to keep you. He'll take care of you.
I'll kick him in the head.
Yeah, that's
Shocker
all right.
Zulu.
He knows how to
Fuck-
deal with kittens
No,
and
he don't,
puppies
he
and
don't know how
stuff.
to do shit.
Galleon's here. That's a spicy super chat. Beefy5 of a tour says Scarlet Mog's Tifa. There, I said it. That is a wild statement, but I think there is an argument, actually. I think there is actually an argument. If you're into like the...
Yeah, with Remake and Rebirth coming out, the new models for Scarlet, yeah, now it's competitive. I mean, come on, yeah.
Yeah, there's an argument. There's an argument for sure. And then we have last Toxic Mail with a fiver. Sorry, Moz, can you please read it?
24-hour marathon watching using your whole FT Pablo 117 with Lethal and Jono and John Graham only on Gronking Plus. Also, Lethal play. Pay your child support, you bum.
Don't have a child.
What do you fucking throw your child out in the fucking street for, bro? That's fucked.
Fair. If you don't believe he exists at all, then doesn't have to pay, I guess. At least that's how it works in Australia. I don't know.
I've gone with the George Costanza method. It's not lying if you believe it.
Can't
All right.
not real.
Fuck Norris is here. I think I've caught up with everybody. Well, with all that said, let's just go ahead and get started. Now, I know Jono really wants to yap about this one, so let's just hop right into it. And I think this was actually a bit of a concern that was briefly mentioned yesterday in regards to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remasters. Actually, did you see Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remasters, John?
I did, yeah. And I was a big fan of 1 and 2, the remasters, so... 3 and 4 I'm not super excited about. I'd rather see remasters of Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2, but this might be cool.
Well, it looks cool. The Doom stuff does look pretty cool, but it's taken a bit of a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Bam! It's not going to be in the game. How do you feel, Jono? Go for it. Go for it.
Wicked disappointed. The article's not there. It is. But yeah, I'm wicked disappointed. This was like the one thing I really wanted to have in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 was to have Bam Margera as a playable skater. He's among all the best skaters in the world. He is among my top 3. That would be Tony Hawk for the air, Rodney Mullen for the street, and him for the attitude. He brought the attitude of skateboarding generation, and he created a standard, the stereotype. And he was great on the board, but unfortunately over the years, after Viva La Bam and everything that had gone on in his life and all the bullshit that he pulled too, he kind of fell into an addiction problem, and that caused him a lot of trouble, especially with the Jackass reunion that happened a few years ago. He got kicked out of that because he tested positive for drugs still. And despite everybody trying and he trying to get him clean and such, he's been having troubles with that. And I was just really hoping that we got into a point where he would be, he would be clean, be accepted, be able to actually participate again in something like this. But nope, mum's the word. Man, it's just, I was going to purchase this game because we know that when it comes to Xbox Game Pass, the only thing that they give you is the standard edition. They don't give you any special editions or anything additional. You have to buy the game fully. That would include the Doom stuff. Now that was my plan. Right as soon as I saw that, I'd buy it. But now I'm just, I don't even think I'm just going to buy it. If I play it, it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass, but it's only going to be in passing. I'm just so disappointed in this, but there is a fair argument as to why he's not there. I'll give you guys that.
So this has dropped all the way down to no buy.
For me, I'm not buying their special edition for this. This is, it's really disappointing. I really like Bam. I really like the guy, man. He was one of my, like I said, one of my top 3 skaters back when I was a fan in the skating scene. But
so you're still going to buy the normal edition? You're just going Game Pass?
I already have Game Pass. If I want to play it, I'll play it, but it'll just be a little quick shot. I've got Tony Hawk's Underground on my PC now, and that's what I've been playing to, scratch my itch for some skateboarding. That's been fun. It's been satisfying enough as it is. So if I don't even play this at all, I'm happy with what I have.
I think regarding this, going a little farther back, I think in Tony Hawk's the 1 and 2 remaster, he was taken out of some graphics. There's, I think, on some levels, the airport hangar, for example, I think there's posters on the wall for Tony Hawk's Underground 2, but he's taken out of the poster, but he was in the original box art because obviously Bam Margera was a massive component of Tony Hawk's Underground 2. It was the World Destruction Tour, and it was his tour. Like he was sort of I don't, maybe not the antagonist, but like he like came to you as the player, and it's just he puts you on this like adventure in the game, right? It's sad to see because I like Bam as well, and I think he's really sort of I think he's really struggling. Like he's trying to do better, but his addiction got the better of him, and this could have been a great comeback for him. So it's sad to see that he didn't quite make it in.
I hope this gets sorted out because I feel there's a lot of people that are like you two guys that are looking at this and going, "No, Bam, interest just plummeted."
Oh yeah,
the
catch.
Even if you know, sorry, you go.
No, I'm sorry, Maz, but yeah, the coin term that's going around right now is no Bam, no buy.
Really, how much percent? Because I don't really keep up with the 20 Pro Skater. Like, how much percentage do you think that's actually up on that? Because I haven't seen it once. Even in comments when I was looking at all this, I didn't see that once.
Oh, really? That was the first thing that I saw looking at this this VGC article posted on X, Twitter. That was the first thing I saw was no Bam, no buy. So there might be it might gain momentum and have a significant number of folks just straight up not buy it. But that's hard to tell at the moment because this information just came out within the last 24 hours. So it's still taking the rounds.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Free my boy Bam. Free my boy Bam. Now, on to something else. So this is a bit of a double header, this one. The first part, Marvel's 1943 Rise of Hydra. It looks like it's going to be coming out with Christmas, all right? It looks like they're aiming for Christmas this year, long story short, okay? Now, this is the one where you got the Captain America and the Black Panther, and it's the one that Amy Hennig's making as well. And they showed off those in-game graphics, and like graphically, it looked really fucking good. Story, gameplay, everything else, obviously to be determined, but this is kind of making the rounds, and because a voice actor said they're aiming to launch around Christmas. Now, I don't really think there's too much to say about this one, but part 2, however, is the fucking wild part. Russo brothers definitely open to developing games tied to upcoming Avenger movies. Fucking what? The production company founded by the Russo brothers has big plans in the gaming space. Why? Why is this a thing, Bossa?
I think it's because James Gunn did the whole, okay, we're going to be making games about our universe. And so Russo brothers were like, well, we're also going to make games. I think it's a bit of a fuck you to James Gunn. That's what I think it is, competitive and stuff like that. If they were to do games, I wouldn't want it to be like what Tomb Raider's doing, where you have to play that game, then you'll get to know stuff about the series, right? What I would want is Infinity War and Endgame as a video game. Like, it'd probably be dog shit, but I'd rather that than say the game is a part of the universe, but it's a separate Spider-Man game, but you have to play the Spider-Man game to understand what's happening in Spider-Man 4. You know what I mean? I would rather it just be based on one of the movies already than, okay, you have to play this game so then you know what's going on in one of the movies. But who knows?
Hold that thought. People in the chat are saying it's not loading on their screen. Which is so weird because before we went live, I was just bitching to these guys about how I hate this StreamYards update. But I can show you.
I can see it, so I would assume the chat could see it as well. That's weird.
Yeah, I could see it.
You could see it? Well, you guys could see it?
I could see it, yeah.
I'm completely stumped. So you guys can see that?
Yep.
I can see it. Hold on.
I can see it.
1 sec.
I can't hear John.
It's taking a little bit to load up on my end.
On your end.
Now it's up.
Oh.
So it's taking a few seconds extra to load up the articles or whatever screen shares that you're putting up.
Okay, thank you, StreamYards.
Yeah,
I'm watching the stream. I can see it on stream.
My bad. I don't know what to tell you. This StreamYards update is fucking terrible. First thing I complained about this morning.
Yeah, it's been a hassle because they've changed it. They've added this extra scene section and it's fucking shit.
I imagine this decision is like must at least partly be based on the success of Marvel Rivals and like the Spider-Man games. I know Spider-Man 2 was, I think, a financial flop, but if better executed, that could have been a major moneymaker for them. And I think at least they see the potential of Marvel games like Spider-Man doing well I mean, maybe Wolverine might do well when it comes out. I don't know.
I'm very skeptical on Wolverine.
There's a little oversight on
Yeah,
that
Wolverine.
matter because when it comes to Marvel Rivals, it is completely isolated from anything from the MCU right now, like everything.
Okay.
And I think and that's been a problem with other multimedia, projects that they've done where you have to watch the TV show to understand what's going on in the movie, or you have to play the video game to understand what's going on here, or if that whole like giant thread of things going on. I know a lot of people are getting irritated with that, having to hop, skip, and jump to keep up with whatever story that they've got. And with this, if they want to have everything tied to the Avengers movies, that's going to be an issue. Because if people aren't going to resonate with the movies that are coming up, how are they going to be able to resonate with the game if it's so intertwined with the films?
Well, having previously co-directed Infinity War and Endgame plus 2 Captain America films, the Russo brothers are helming next year's Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Their most recent film, no one gives a shit, regardless of what that has to do with this. In 2022, the South Korean gaming giant Nexon made a strategic minority investment of $400 million in AGBO. Holy shit, Moz, that one almost got me. And following November, it was confirmed that Fortnite co-director Donald Mustard had joined production company as a partner after leaving Epic Games. In a new interview with Variety, the Russos said they have big plans in the gaming space, and while they're currently focused on large-scale transmedia projects based on a new IP, that's not going to work out. They aren't ruling out creating tie-ins for their upcoming Avenger movies. We're definitely open to it, Joe said when asked about the possibility, before adding, right now, what we're doing is creating a new IP. Right. So first of all, to back up Jono's point, when it comes to these multimedia projects, they tend to not work. The only one that really got away with it was Shadows of the Empire with Star Wars. And even that kind of skated past, like just past the line, right? And this was like when Star Wars was near its most popular that it had ever been, right? Where you had books that tied into comics, that tied into games. It was Shadows
of the Empire. It was the game itself that outweighed the failures of everything else part of that multimedia project. Transmedia, that's what he uses in this article. I like that term, transmedia project.
Trannies.
From the sounds of it, because they want to do hints. You know what it sounds like to me? In Spider-Man 2, when you meet the guy from their Spider-Man animated thing, that's what it sounds like to me, where you had that mission and it was the multiverse. So I don't know if they're going to build a whole game around it, but it seems like they want to do teasers. Because it's a multiverse, they'll probably do multiversal shit, and we'll see like a fucking Doctor Strange portal, and then we'll do one of the missions with one of the characters. That's what it sounds like to me.
See, that works better than a brand new IP. A brand new IP being multimedia from the get-go is just too much, too fucking soon. You start with one thing and go from there. And my point with Shadows of the Empire was that had the Star Wars backing behind it, and that only just crossed the line, right? But in regards to them doing upcoming stuff for their Avengers, their new Avengers movies, two things pop into my mind with that. One, I feel it's a little bit too late. I think the MCU hype is well and truly past its prime. If you did this for like Infinity War and Endgame, yeah, sure, maybe that could have worked. And two, and I think this is a bigger issue, when you think Russo brothers, does the word gaming pop into your mind anywhere?
I think the guy that did Game of Thrones, what's his name? George R. R. Martin. I think a lot of people, movie people, looked at the success. I know he didn't do it all, but he was the main story guy for Elden Ring, right?
His thing with Elden Ring is wild because he came up with all the back lore, and then From Software said, all right, we're going to take all that and just fucking destroy it, and then our game takes place after yours is destroyed.
Yeah, that's wild.
Which is a bit of a fuck you, I guess, because that's how a lot of people felt about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why they did it. They're all Game of Thrones fans waiting for the book. But yeah, I think that actually had a big thing on these movie people wanting. These movie people wanting to do games and stuff as well, because they've seen the success of that, and also this is a fuck you to James Gunn as well. Like this was announced not too long. Like how I know the James Gunn thing has been announced ages and ages ago, but it's recently popped back up in the news cycle. So I think a lot of them are going, yo, let's do it. And Marvel's probably chucked a lot of money because I think this also kind of leads into Sony losing the rights for Spider-Man and a lot of their other games. I think Marvel / Disney has actually lost faith in Sony as just a exclusive, like Spider-Man and like Wolverine and stuff like that for a little bit. Because I know they're not always exclusive, but you know what I mean, exclusive for a year or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if Insomniac isn't actually in 5 years, 6 years time, not actually the people making these games.
Onto something with that. Having stories spread between multiple mediums never has worked. Look at Halo and how much 343 Halo into Halo Studios relies on books and comics nobody knows about. Yeah, and you guys will get this reference during the Halo 4 days. What the fuck is a Jewel Mondama? Well, it turns out he's like the most important part of Halo 4, but you don't even see him in the fucking game, and you have to read books to know what's going on. Doesn't work, does it? Doesn't work. And if you think Fall of Reach and Combat Evolved launching within months of each other makes it a multimedia project, you have fucking brain damage.
Yeah, that's just one to the other, and that's it. That's really all that they did. When it comes to like everything in between, they just gave extra books. It wasn't like a pushed multimedia. It was addition. It was an extra to it. It wasn't like a through line that they wanted to have all together. Like you didn't need to read The Flood to understand what was going on in Halo.
The first game,
You didn't need to read First Strike to understand. It was an addition. It was an extra that you can understand what happens between 1 and 2.
It's extra lore for the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's extra lore for the fans if you want to dive deep into it, and you get to have a lot of fun with it. That's a lot different to I have to read this fucking book to understand the game. Very different.
Yeah. Movies and games in particular should be self-contained in that way. Like, in terms of like all the storytelling elements and the characters involved, I shouldn't have to fucking look up what something is in order to get invested in the story that I'm actively playing in the game.
Yeah, strange.
Nah, read my book. Huh?
Read the book. Combat Evolved Fall of Reach came first, so technically Halo's a book series more than a game series.
Yeah, it wasn't too long before release though. It was like a month.
My book.
Month or two, something like that. I got some. Oh, wait, let's do a test here. 80085. Do you know what that means, Moz? I bet your generation doesn't even know what the fuck that means because you all have fucking brain damage and you didn't have to do that at school.
So
yes, you did.
Otherwise,
that's all I did. That's why I'm retarded. That's all I did on the calculator.
That's what it's for, really.
Thank God. Your generation is not completely lost.
Who the fuck used the calculator for timescales? Fuck that. I was writing boobs on that shit, motherfucker.
Could you do boobies? Did you know how to do boobies?
I wasn't that skilled. I had boobs.
I think Leet Speak was even before my time. That's like an early 90s thing, I think.
Leet is old.
Yep.
Old. Thank you, Arkasul. And then you know what? This is going to be fucking hilarious. Oh, wait, Moz, what's this guy's name who's been a member for 6 months? Thank you very much.
I hate your profile picture, but lost for words.
Close enough, Moz. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And then we have the last toxic mail with a tour. It's for you, Moz.
Mother prefers weird symbol. Not 80085.
Hey, you want me to show you a trick on how to get artificial engagement on a stream? Chat, type 1 if you prefer boobs, type 2 if you prefer dick, and if you don't answer, it automatically defaults to dick. There you go. That's how you get artificial engagement.
Clever.
Oh, boy. Now, while we were talking about... we're talking a little bit briefly about Halo. This is actually a good time to go ahead and jump onto this. Mosley, you're about to get fucking depressed. Bungie's marathon pre-order bonuses have been found on Steam. Jesus Christ, dude. Are you all right there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to fucking Bungie and marathon.
I don't think anyone fucking is, man.
It's just sad. Remember the first trailer? They just showed a bunch of mushrooms, alien mushroom-looking motherfucking bullshit, and everyone was like, "Oh, I wonder how high I can get smoking that." That was the hype for the game. People just wanted to know how high they would get off eating that fucking mushroom that was growing on the fucking walls, and everyone was like, "Wait a minute, it's gonna be an extraction," and then all the hype just disappeared. It was crazy.
I'm not even sure what that means. Like the bonuses are accessible before their intended release, or this is some kind of data mining thing?
Data mining, a data mining
okay.
thing. Now, it appears between the stream starting and now, the link has been taken down. So I guess all we can do is just go through it. Bungie's next game, Marathon, has reportedly had its pre-order bonuses uploaded to the back end of Steam. I guess this means there could be a release date coming sooner than we think. That's according to the SteamDB Discord, who put it on leaks and rumors, who noticed that extra editions of Marathon packages relating to pre-order bonuses were uploaded to Steam. According to the information, pre-order bonuses will include free Marathon skins that can be used in Destiny 2. There you go, boss. Such as an update that suggests the game will be announced soon, or release date will be announced soon. And that's according to Jeff Grubb. He said in February that he believes Bungie will reveal Marathon in April. How do you feel about that, Moz? We're going to get a release date in April.
So it's going to be 2026 when it comes out. I still think it's going to flop. I know it's not a smart idea to come out right now, but yeah, holy fuck. Man,
the only thing this has going for it is this might actually be one of the first somewhat playable extractions available on console. So
you know, the thing is, that's actually true. Because right now in the extraction sphere, they're all shit. The extraction games are broken pieces of shit filled with hackers, bots, that either the company fucking hates the people, stuff like that. There isn't, like, there's a lot of extractions, but there's not a lot of good ones. Like, I can't name a good one, right? And so if this can be half decent, it actually might do well. Like, just being, like, playable is better than half the extractions out there right now. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm unsure if that's like to do with the fact that it's like just extraction shooters. I feel like it's just whatever the popular thing is. People will develop hacking tools, and I think a lot of them manipulate the operating system kernel. So if like that, and I think that's hard for developers to protect against if that's the route that hackers are taking. It kind of reminds me of the PC Apple thing where people thought Macs don't get viruses because most of them are on Windows, but it's just like more people are on Windows. That's why all the viruses are on that, you know?
Yeah. The thing with this game though is every time we hear news about it, it just sounds from a development standpoint worse and worse and worse. But to what you were saying, John, it is the trendy thing, quote, trendy thing, right?
Yeah.
We're past the age of, I mean, they still exist and they're still popular, but we're past the battle royale phase. I mean, yesterday we were talking about how Warzone might be coming to an end if Verdansk can't save it. And then after that, we're going to be getting into, I just realized I'm still in Discord. Fuck off, Cream.
I saw on you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but now that we're past now that we're past battle royales, the next big thing is extraction, and it's kind of a race to who can get a mainstream extraction. Because Tarkov and all that, I really wouldn't call that mainstream, at least not yet. I know they're trying to get into Epic Game Store, which is going to help with that.
But it's not on consoles. That's the thing. The first one to do what Fortnite did for the battle royale scene, that's the one that's going to be on the top. Which I don't know which one it's going to be. I think it's going to be this one, honestly. And then the other ones are going to follow suit. But I'm surprised a lot of people don't want to be the trendsetter for this and go straight to console as well. I wonder what it is that makes extractions so difficult for consoles, because it doesn't seem that difficult to be on console, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not overly complicated. It's not even as complicated as a survival game, some of these mechanics and stuff. So I don't know.
Well, there is one, Moz. Fortnite. They're making an extraction.
Fuck's sakes.
They got everything.
I'm telling you, man, when that Hank Hill skin drops, all of us, we're all dropping on Tilted Towers as Hank Hill.
Even this come.
Yeah, he's the biggest
Fortnite,
Hank Hill
bitch.
fan I know. Hank Hill. Come on, Moz, you want to play as Hank Hill with your boy?
If I hear Hank in Fortnite, I'm gonna fucking die. So
He's
I can't
coming
do
to
it.
pay. We've already talked about it. He's going to Fortnite.
No. What I mean is his voice, though.
The voice actor.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you.
You got a
Imagine
problem with
dying-
propane and propane accessories?
Exactly. Imagine dying in the game. You hear that? I'd fucking yeet. Like I'd smash my fucking controller, bro.
You're gonna have countless people that are gonna be impersonating Hank Hill. You don't even need the freaking voice actor alone. You're gonna hear everybody making their great to piss poor impersonations.
If they add Hank, they have to add in, Warzone, how they had that chat where you can talk to the lobby if you're close to it. They have to add that. That's my one condition. If you add Hank, you gotta add that so we can talk to motherfuckers.
Listen,
Rock
Moz,
chat. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, right?
Mhm.
Hank Hill and his backpack is Skibbity Toilet, landing on Tilted Towers,
And his teammate
builds a
is
fucking tower by
Godzilla.
pressing 4 buttons, one taps you, and then hits the gritty on you.
Based.
I'm done.
Are you alright, Moz? Did he?
No,
I
it used
thought
to-
he froze.
It used to be a meme that the
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
I hate that. Dude, Voldemort's gonna be in Fortnite. Oh. It used to be a meme that you would see around the internet in 2017, 2018. Godzilla, the Ninja Turtles, fucking Master Chief, and all that. That image is actually real now. The image that was used as a meme in 2018 became a thing.
Oh.
Do you think Epic seen the memes of all the characters and went, "We're gonna do this so it fucking trips you motherfuckers up"? Like,
Oh, Moz, I got
It's a-
something for you.
I hate him.
I got something for fucking you, man.
Hank
This
Hill's
is
gonna
this
turn
is actually
heel.
gonna really, really upset you. So, Moz, I know you're already pretty upset from the John Cena heel turn, right?
Yeah, that's fucked me up.
These 3 people that were involved in the John Cena heel turn are all playable in Fortnite.
Wow.
You can actually play this trio. They need a 4th member. They need a 4th member, so they got a full squad.
Who's the brother in the middle?
That's Travis Scott.
Oh. Wow.
Apparently injured fucking Cody. It's off topic.
Yeah, he was actually hitting him. But there you
Yeah.
go, Moz. You can do the heel turn in Fortnite. Come on, Moz.
We can actually play as that squad. That's fucking stupid. I hate life.
I was thinking
Hank Hill-
earlier that nowadays it actually makes more sense to report on who's not going to show up in fucking Fortnite and Call of Duty because it's just everybody now. It's a fucking
So true.
Hank
farce.
Hill is the 4th.
Hank Hill heel turn, baby. You know what? I don't like propane anymore.
Oh.
He's got an electric lighter these days. Boss Hog with a $5 for a super chat. Late and lethal for real, for real. Oh, did you know that Boss Hog gives the warmest hugs? He's a hugger. He likes
Wait, don't you disrespect Boss Hog. The disrespect in the Discord towards Boss Hog has gone too far, by the way. Always bullying him about being a Sony pony. At least he's not a bitch. I'm on Team Boss Hog. Fuck them bitches, Boss Hog. They're all gay, Boss Hog. Don't.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
my official response to you. And then we have the lovely Vex Electronica with a member message.
I hate this hoe. And a cat, especially a fucking cat. I really hate a fucking
woman. She's a nice woman. Anyway, Moss, what is the member message?
Official date for the train on Mozza. Hashtag replay game.
Yeah, we do a lot of weird polls in the Discord. I guess that's the next one. We'll try and figure out the date to run a train on Mozza. We also found out that Blabbering Collector and Sitme Senpai like to share a cuck chair in the corner. just things that happen. All right. Now, speaking of things that are happening, Moz, this one's for you, buddy. We have a little something. This better fucking screen share or I'm going to start freaking out. The Battlefield Labs playtest starts this week. Oh, boy. So
This is good. This is good.
let's just get through this, then you can explain what's going on here. The first Battlefield Labs playtest will start this week. Insider Gaming has learned that Battlefield Labs will have the first playtest to concept and mechanics on Friday, March 7th. The playtest will be the first in EA's Battlefield Labs program, which was announced earlier this year. The first test is scheduled to take place for approximately 2 hours on the PC. So according to an email that's being sent to its participants, the test is a closed test environment and recording, streaming, and discussions about the game are strictly prohibited. So someone will do some leaking somewhere. But whenever participants stick to such confidential agreement remains to be seen. Now, Moz, you want to explain what's going on with this and give people a reminder about this whole situation?
Sorry, real quick, chat can't see the article.
Why the fuck not?
It takes a bit. We can't help it.
It just popped up. I can see it on stream now. Sorry.
Right.
This is actually a good thing because they're fucking shitting themselves. EA is shitting themselves because if this game flops and dies, Battlefield is dead. In my opinion, if this one is bad and it doesn't do that, like doesn't sell well, I think Battlefield as a franchise is dead. And that's why they have like 4 companies working on it right now. They have a different company just working on the campaign, right? And then the multiplayer, then the battle royale, and then I think the other one's an assistant to all of them type of thing that's going on. I'd have to check that again, sorry. But yeah, there's like 4 companies working on this game. Is that going to be a bad thing? I think it could be a bad thing in the long run, especially trying to just all work together on updates and stuff. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe certain team will leave after it's actually finished. Maybe like they're just there to help until it's released. But who knows? But doing all these tests, this is good because they're shit scared that it's going to flop. So they're just doing test after test. And I think this game, Battlefield, needed that because their last couple of games have been buggy as fuck, broken as fuck. And who's going to tell you, who's better than the actual fans to tell you what's actually broken and what's not? Than the fans. Because you had to sign up for this. It was actual fans who had to sign up and play it. And dude, us fans, we go in to break the game for funny lols. We try to fuck shit up. So you get the fans who are going to try and fuck it up and go crazy with it. So, that's perfect way to actually see what's broken about it. And let's be honest, someone that's getting paid at your company, they're not going to be that harsh. The testers, they're probably fucking a bit scared to say, oh, this is broken, or, but you know what I mean? Be a bit harsh about it because they're like, I don't want to lose my job because they think I'm a cunt. No, you need to be a cunt because the game's fucking broken. You need to tell these assholes your fucking vehicle is running up fucking walls. Do you remember that? Motherfuckers were driving up walls, bro, like this. How motherfucking vehicle go up like that? Yeah, so there needs to be more testing for this game. I hope there's a plenty more play tests, and I hope they do some open ones too, because you actually had to sign up for it. So I hope when it gets a bit closer, there's actually a couple more open ones, and I want a couple. Like I want like at least 3 weekends of open betas type of shit. Because I don't know if I want to buy this game. I am excited because of the era that it's in and all that. It's just I don't know if I trust Battlefield to give me a working game. I had Battlefield 5, I had Battlefield 2042, and
well, something with that though, Moz, is one problem with just opening it up completely to everybody to be a tester is you run into the problem of too many people giving too much feedback, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, sorry. But then the issue becomes, do they implement on this feedback or not? That's a whole other topic.
Right. That's on them, though.
That's on them. But the interesting thing with Battlefield is, like you said, they are pretty much on their last chance. Like, you can go through Gears of War, you can go through Halo, you can go through Call of Duty. Battlefield's the one that's on its fucking last chance, man. But the other thing, though, is I'll be really quick. They had a really, really, really big PR dub when they announced that they were doing all this testing stuff. That's how fucking bad of a state Battlefield is in. When they announced that they're doing testing, it's a PR win.
That's the only reason why I'm actually hyped for this, is because they announced that they were doing so much testing. That's stupid. That's how low the bar is for Battlefield, that we're happy that it's being tested. The game every game should be fucking tested. We're just happy the game's being tested, bro. That's how down bad we are for Battlefield right now, bro.
Yeah, well, in another way too. This is if they're going to approach it like this, they don't want to risk any chances of this fucking up. Like they want to cover all their corners. That's a good thing. I'm happy for that. And honestly, I'd have to agree with you too, Moz. When it comes to open beta, let everybody come and play. If not for all the details and bugs that they might find, at the very least to help figure out your stress test, your servers, be able to create that stability for when the game does come out. Because when it comes to Battlefield games, the scale is large, the dynamics are large, and it is a high demand for any server to manage a fucking Battlefield game like this. So if they can at least, get the server stability and get that right for launch, it'd be 100 times better than the things than 2042 or a few of the other games that have come out from them.
Especially Battlefield in this service. Sorry. Yeah.
Not so good. Not to justify the presence of bugs, but with a game like this, I can understand why a game like this would have more bugs than other games, because there are so many large-scale dynamic systems interacting with each other, like weather and destructible environments, like entire buildings can get demolished. And so this playtest environment, I think, is a pretty smart decision. But like Lethal was saying, I was thinking the same thing. Are they going to be able to... are they competent enough to actually address all the problems once they collect all the information, right?
My gut says no, but I am so biased against DICE. I am actively preying on their downfall.
I'm gonna say yes, because only because I think EA is really down their neck right now. So much so that Respawn is not even really working on Apex and stuff. They're assisting with this game because EA is so scared of losing Battlefield, and I think a lot of people's are going to get fired if this Battlefield flops and is broken as shit and doesn't hit a certain amount of sales. And so I think EA is very much do your fucking job or we're done. You're done. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm going to say yes. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I shouldn't because of all the other failures. But I think the fear of losing Battlefield has to be enough. And if it's not enough, then it does deserve to be a dead franchise. And sadly, as much as I love Battlefield back in the day, if they're not willing to put in the work and stuff, especially when they know it's their last chance, it shouldn't be a thing then.
Yeah, it's a shame about DICE because I was a big fan of the first Battlefield, and also Midtown Madness 3 on the Xbox is one of my favorite Xbox Live games. I fucking love that. But I'm guessing Lethal, the cutting off point for you is when they sold out to EA when it came to Battlefront 2 and all those egregious systems that they implemented, which I agree, like that was really gross. Beyond just being broken and shit.
A lot of their PR around that time as well. I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way. But I love Battlefield 3, and that was DICE. Actually, Mozza, were you saying today was 15 years of Bad Company 2?
Yesterday, I believe. It was, yeah. So it's Bad Company 2. I mean, fuck.
Really? I want to double check that, man, because I played that game way too
Pretty sure it was yesterday.
You know, something must be stopping them from making a Bad Company 3, because if they could get the cast back to reprise their roles from the campaign, that would be freaking awesome. That would definitely rekindle some of the good favor from the fans if they do something like that. But I don't see that happening in it. No.
So, Mods, when was it? When was Bad Company 2's 15th anniversary?
Yesterday, I believe.
No, fucking wasn't. It was March 1st.
That was 4 days ago.
It was 4 fucking days ago, Moz.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
I was lied to.
You were. And then we have Black. Nope. We don't touch that one. We don't acknowledge that one. We don't talk about that one.
If you want that one to be acknowledged, it has to be $50. Can't be a $2 on that one, bro.
No.
Maybe one of the solutions for DICE is to just up their staff count considerably. 'Cause normally I'm not a fan of like big developer teams, but like the Battlefield franchise just seems like so much to chew on. Like there's just the size of the maps, the amount of players, all the vehicles you can fly around, all this, the weather and building destruction systems, all of that stuff interacting with each other. You need the appropriate amount of staff to be able to handle all of that. Otherwise, it's just biting off more than you can chew.
Well, you want to know a place I think should have 0 staff? Naughty Dog.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Is this fucking sharing? Is StreamYard's working? You piece
It's
of
gotta
shit.
take a minute. Like by the time you finish reading the article, it popped up. So it's gonna take a little bit.
It's not
Oh.
popping up on stream. Yeah, it's
This
not popping up
fucking
on stream.
StreamYard's update is absolutely Ebola infested donkey AIDS, man. Fucking.
Oh,
Come on,
right
Cat.
side, we got Scarlet's cleavage right there.
Yeah, I'm looking at a fucking I like to push them
Big
together
ups.
so it's like one big boob. You know what I mean?
Big ups to the boobas.
All right, let's just try that.
There it is. It's there now.
That did it.
Whatever you did, yeah, it's not giving like a full picture like before, but it's definitely showing.
It's a different screen. It's not how it used.
Yeah.
to
Still there?
be.
It's not fully
We
formatted to the
can
window
see
itself.
it. Yeah, we can see more of the background than.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? Oh, anyway, I don't know, dude.
So weird.
The Last of Us creator, Cuckman of House Neil, has cast doubt on a third game in the series. Don't bet on there being more Last of Us, says Naughty Dog president Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann has previously said there would be a third Last of Us game, as he thinks there's more story to tell, and now suggested that might not be the case. I was waiting for this question, Druckmann said when Variety raised the prospect of a third game during a recent interview. I guess the only thing I would say is don't bet on there being more Last of Us. This could be it. Even though, back in 2021, he said he had written a story outline for the third game. So, yeah, I do think there's more story to tell. He also said in 2023, I don't have a story, but I do have the concept that, to me, is exciting as 1 and 2. It's its own thing, yet as this for all of the line for free. So it does feel like there's probably one more chapter to the story, and then it goes into the Last of Us TV show adaptation and how they're changing the second game story because they realized you can't do a fucking season on the second game story because you're just going to kill off the main characters in the most gayest way you could possibly think of and run the whole show into the ground. And who would have thought, that that was a bad idea? Who ever could have predicted this was a really, really bad idea?
I got so much shit for saying that he was going to do this. The amount of shit I got for saying that he was going to change season 2 from number 2, even and all that to add more stuff. Okay, my theory on this: maybe there won't be a third game. He's going to finish the Last of Us stories for the TV show.
Oh, bro,
Think about this. It's going to take too long to finish the game because it takes fucking 9 years, 10 years, 20 years for it to be complete, right? And they're already working on that other game, right? So is he going to help with the story writings? Because he can, he could probably switch between both of them. Like you finish writing the story, then you can kind of just go over to the TV show. So does he finish the story in Last of Us in the TV show instead of the game?
I agree, Mazza. I think that's very likely what's going to happen. This news of there likely not being a third game doesn't surprise me because at this point Neil Druckmann would be spreading himself way too thin because of the degree to which he is integrated with the production of the television show. It's not like he's just giving notes and saying, yeah, go do it. He's like writing and directing episodes. That takes a lot of investment of time and effort to do that, right? So yeah, that's very likely the case, I think.
Yeah, to maybe to look at the perspective of those who are like hating on you, Moz, for what you were saying, I think that kind of rooted from a perspective that Neil Druckmann was so adamant and so defensive about Last of Us 2, and he was so proud of it, that they expected him to like basically continue his doubling down and tripling down and push to have a Last of Us Part 3 come out, like as a giant, like, fuck you, this game is successful, and here's the sequel for it. But I totally agree with you, Moz. You bring up a really good point. he's already manipulating and tweaking the story for season 2 already. It
And
wouldn't take much for him to just change the story further on.
Sony doesn't have to waste money on the TV show because hey, that's HBO, right? And I bet you Sony knows they don't want to spend the money to make the third game. I think Sony doesn't want to do that. They know it's going to be a flop, and they can't afford that right now. So I think they're just like, hey, if you want to tell a story, finish it in your TV show.
Yep.
Mhm.
The Last
And
of
they're
Us Part
also
3 would
working
be
on
a. Sorry.
that intergalactic. They're doing that intergalactic game as well.
Yep.
Which they want to turn that into a full-blown IP. Good fucking luck with that. Oh man, this fucking franchise, dude.
It's fucked.
To go imagine 10 years ago, Last of Us 1, go back in time and tell people going, you know what's going to happen with this shit, dude? They wouldn't fucking believe it, would they?
Dude, they would cry. Like, imagine if you just met someone who just beat Last of Us 1. They just beat it for the first time. They're taking in all that emotion, and you just behind them. So, yeah, Last of Us 2. And then you tell them what happens. Like, they would fucking cry.
The heartbreak enough from just the lease coming out from Part 2 was devastating for a lot of folks. Frig. Oh, you're muted, Lethal.
Yeah, you made it.
I remember a lot of people I'm not looking. I think Mozza was one of them, actually. He said he's not looking at the leaks, and then it all turned out to be true. Oh, boy.
Yeah, too high.
The phrase promises fewer games makes me laugh. We promise we're not going to put out too many games. Oh, thanks.
Sega promises fewer new games, but deeper investments in Sonic, Atlas, and Like a Dragon. Yeah, we promise we're not going to put out new games. All right. Sega plans to reinforce its core studios through hiring and M&A. I wish we had Nazma here for this one so we could talk about Total War. During its current business year, which ends on March 31st, the Japanese publisher has released more than 7 full titles, all right? And the most recent one was Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza. Us, which included Samoa Joe, the Creamnado's favorite voice actor of all time, asked about its plans for the next year, which runs from April this year until March of next year. Sega said it would release fewer games overall. Currently, the company's announced full games, so those aren't free to play. It includes Sonic Racing, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and Project Century, but its legacy IP revivals for Virtua Fighter, which I will admit, I am fucking very curious to see how that's going to come out. Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Studio, Gold Axe, and Street of Rage. Now, Crazy Taxi, I think it's going to be a nah from me, dog, because they want to do that whole live service thing in the Crazy Taxi game. How do you make Crazy Taxi a live service? Fuck knows, but I'm sure these greedy cunts will find a way. The plan is currently being formulated, but we expect the volume of new titles in the full game to be lower than this physical year. On the other hand, we expect continuous revenue contributions from repeat sales of new titles in the full game this physical year and full-scale revenue contributions in the next physical year. Right. So, yeah. John, you said this one gave you a bit of a giggle?
Yeah, well, just the way the headline is phrased, or I guess this might have been verbatim what Sega said. But, I mean, that being said, I do like the idea that they're just pouring their efforts into making a few games high quality. And from what I've seen, like from Shinobi, for example, that new one that they got coming out looks really good.
Looks good.
I like the Streets of Rage 4. I thought was good. I'm curious to see what they do with Crazy Taxi, the live service thing. Yeah, sounds like a turnoff for me. I played Sonic or Shadow Generations. It's not really for me. I thought it was kind of boring, but people really seem to like it. So, I mean, I guess they did good with that. Yeah, I think they're doing pretty good.
Jono?
For me, I'm most looking forward to Jet Set Radio. I had the Xbox game Jet Set Radio Future, played the hell out of that until I broke this damn CD. It was a fucking great game. But I'm more interested in seeing what they're going to do with Atlas, giving them investments, because they had, if I remember correctly, they had Metaphor Refantasio that just came out last year. It was a huge hit. The Atlas games has been around for decades, and they've been prominent in a lot of their weeb-centric games that they've done, and they've been great at it. And it's hopefully at the moment they have nothing on the slate moving forward after the games that they've released already. If they're going to make major investments, I'm looking forward to what they've got next on the plate. Maybe they might go back, do a little more with other things, or they might continue on like with the Persona series. or maybe something else. But look, either way, I'm glad to see that Atlas is still going on strong.
This whole trend of quality over quantity, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. We've gone too long in the other direction. Let's sweep it back now and just see what happens, hey? But I'm so glad you brought up weebs, because we do actually have a bit of weeb stuff to talk about. There was an interesting survey that happened in Japan, and I'm just double checking to make sure this is actually screen sharing, because you can't trust StreamYards at the moment because it's a busted piece of shit. All right, is that fucking sharing?
Yeah, it's there now.
Yep.
It's there now. Okay, cool. So, Japanese players overwhelmingly favored domestic game series last year. So that means that they're preferring their own games as opposed to Western games, which is wild because I think even Westerners are preferring Eastern games at the moment. I was talking with Mozza a day or two ago when we were originally going to talk about this, and Mozza asked the question. He said, name one good Western game from last year. And I had to think about it, and I came back to Space Marine 2. Apart from that, that was all I fucking had. All right. So we're going to play a little game with this one, chat. A new survey is asking Japanese players about their new favorite video games they played specifically last year, 2024. And no Western game entries were in the top 20. So there is a survey, right? And it does have the top 20 games. Now, I've read the list, so I know what's in there. But really quick, I want the top 3 from everybody. We'll start with you, Jono. Who do you think the top 3 is?
I can't. I saw the list.
Oh, all right. You?
I saw this as well.
You fucking bitch. You actually did something. It fucking annoys me. Wow, calm down. That one hurt him. That one hurt him.
Right here.
He's a sensitive soul. All right, what about you, John? Top 3.
I haven't seen the list, but honestly, I don't know enough about the Japanese domestic gaming market to be able to accurately say.
I'll tell you right now, they're very Japanese. All right, well, okay, let's go. Is that sharing again? Let's check.
Not at the moment.
Piece of shit. What about that? Where I do on and off. 1, 2.
Fuck yeah!
3. It's there?
Well, yeah, the screen. The screen share is there now.
All right, so number 20 is Genshin Impact. I honestly thought that would be a bit higher. 19 is Nier, with 18, Shiren the Wanderer. By the way, there is no new Nier game happening. Everyone's just coping with that one.
It's happening, bitch.
I really hope it is. Powerful Pro Baseball at 17. 16 is Armored Core.
That's crazy because Fires of Liberation came out 2023.
Yeah.
It's still going strong. That's cool to see.
Yeah. And then after that, Unicorn Overlord. That was an underrated game from last year, man. I quite liked it. Very underrated.
They sound so fucking gay, though.
I really thought... Shut up, you fucking piece of shit.
Unicorn Overlord!
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
Yeah, is that what the Unicorn Overlord said to your mum? Huh?
Your whole belongs to the Unicorn Overlord, Moz. All right, and then Street Fighter at 14. I really thought that would be higher. But I guess not.
I didn't. I actually think 16 actually kind of flopped. I thought people really... Not 16, sorry, 6. I thought people didn't like it. I
But
thought
all
it
the
was
updates
actually...
and stuff.
Yeah, but I thought the updates made it worse and worse. I think there was like one good update and then everyone was like, fuck this.
13th being Monster Hunter. Do the survey again this year and watch that be like number 2 or number 1.
Yeah. Do it right now, bro.
Not right now, that's number 1.
Yeah.
God, it's at the peak of the zeitgeist right now, guys.
Resident Evil at 12. Okay. Persona at 11. Animal Crossing at 10. This game just will not fucking die, man.
Dude, it won't fuck off. I hate the women that play that fucking game.
I like Animal Crossing.
Do you find it really calming and relaxing?
Yeah. It's cool. I like occasionally having an experience where you're not so there's not really a combat element. I like fucking furnishing a house and fucking talking to people and doing some island shit. I think that's all right.
I'm the motherfucking cow! Talk to me, motherfucker!
Well, Moz, I'm actually going to defend John here a little bit. Do you know what I find hold on. Do you know what I find incredibly calming and relaxing?
What's that?
Monster Hunter Wilds being in the tent and just having the music play in the tent and press the button to play with the cat.
You know what's really calming? Playing some Minecraft, bitch! Now that's calming.
I've played
So
Minecraft
is that a
with you.
pastime of Monster Hunter players?
What?
Fiddling around with their kitty cats?
It's a nice kitty cat. My kitty cat's name is Freak Boy.
You Garfield bullshit, Moz, if you're playing that game.
It's called Freak Boy Up In Ya. That's my cat's name, Freak Boy Up In Ya. And my Chocobo Tauntaun's name is Show Us Your Vag.
You know what? When I finally play Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm naming my little cat fucking Unicorn Overlord. As a fuck you to you.
Okay. All right. But anyway, I find it relaxing. And Moz, I've played Minecraft with you. It is not fucking relaxing.
It is very relaxing. Any bitch that plays Animal Crossing, stay away from her. She's gonna stab you in your sleep.
Oh!
That's a tip.
That's a tip for you. All right, there you go.
That's a dating tip.
There you go, guys. Be careful out there. Number 9, Denetsu. Okay. Like a Dragon at 8. Interesting. So we're getting into the top ones now. 7 being Elden Ring. The fact that it's still that high up is fucking nuts.
Insane. Yeah.
I guess that was the DLC last year. So I guess that bumps it.
Western aesthetic being made from Japan, done so damn well. Shit.
I don't believe this.
None but praise.
No, I don't believe this list now. You're telling me I live in a world where Splatoon is more like than Elden Ring? I don't believe this list. I refuse to believe I live in a timeline where Splatoon is more loved than Elden Ring.
And Resident Evil?
And Resident Evil, Monster Hunter Street Fighter. Fuck, it's not even as good as fucking Unicorn Overlord. How the fuck is that? Nah, bro,
He's got nuts. All right, but now we're in the top 5.
That is a surprise to see Splatoon so high up. Yeah, I agree.
Pokemon in the top 5? No, that's right.
Okay,
I don't think that's
pretty believable.
Pokemon, I can understand more. Yeah.
Dragon Quest did have the remakes come out.
Yep.
So yeah. Yep. Super Mario number 3.
Oh, come on, but come on.
I think it's pretty obvious what number 1 is now. So Legend of Zelda at number 2 and Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I guess I should have figured those were at the top. I was thinking there would have been some obscure Japan only titles that were at the top.
Well, my bet was
Zelda and Mario. It's like, of course. Why didn't I think that was at the top?
I thought Pokemon would be in the top 3 at least.
I just love the fact that Final Fantasy has beaten both Zelda and Mario on this list. Like, what a struggle it's been for decades.
Yeah, fuck you, Italians.
Oh, good lord.
Good
list. Good list. I'm a...
Yeah, hasn't the interest in Final Fantasy taken a dip ever since like 13 or something like that?
Yeah. 14 Reborn was great. That Rebirth after the whole overhaul, that did great. 15 was a bit of a mixed bag, and 16, at least it was well received for those who played it, but a lot of folks it didn't shine well for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there's the whole Final Fantasy remake arguments as well, which is a whole other can of fucking worms.
You want to see development hell? Look at a fucking Final Fantasy game the past 10 years.
Oh, brother.
Good God.
Nuts. Nuts. All right, Moz, I got something here that's going to make you cry, but before we do that, we have the last toxic mail with a 2 or 3 super chat dedicated to you, Mr. Mozza, Mr. Midget 115
for $2 dues. I find that railing your mom is quite relaxing. Better than playing fucking Animal Crossing.
Oh boy. I guess that's why everyone's in such a calm mood. So, first of all, Moz, this is a bit of a 2-parter, right? Let's go ahead and share this and hope it actually fucking shares, because StreamYards is an absolute piece of shit. I'm just going to double check that that's sharing. It is. All right, cool. So, PlayStation gets even more layoffs after multiple cancelled PS5 games. This is fucking nuts, isn't it? So this all ties back into when they canned or officially canned that God of War live service fucking stupid shit they were working on. Right. It gets even worse. So the site claims that approximately 18 staff have been let go, ranging from all artists all the way through to project managers. Apparently, the staff were told layoffs were not due to the performance, but rather the reduction of the overall workforce. Okay. And that's in regards to PS Studios Malaysia. But then on top of that, there's also that there's been more job losses at Visual Arts Division, First Party Development Group, which provides motion capture, art animation, and more for Stable Studios. Most notably, it worked with Naughty Dog on Last of Us. So there's a whole lot of fucking layoffs that are going around as well. But there's also a bigger one, a fucking bigger one that happened that connects to this one. But before I get all you guys' takes on that, I just saw this one. Holy fucking cheese balls. Cheese balls. We have Arkasul with a fucking $100 super chat. That is straight up A-Rap motherfucking money, man. A-Rap money. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Can we get to Arkasul? Love the tap of the A-Rap money. You stuck oil, bitch. You get A-Rap money.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
All right, Moz. What does it say, you piece of shit?
Oi, cunts! I'm on the lookout for a new laptop. Needs to have a lot of space for all my hentai, though. That's important. Cheers, fellas.
Wouldn't it make more sense to just get a hard drive?
Nah, new laptop. He wants that 4K because he didn't tell you the full story. He wants the 4K hentai. Come on, man. His last laptop wasn't 4K as well.
Well, I guess so if you're looking for storage for your hentai, just get a hard drive. I mean,
yeah, an external multi-terabyte hard drive for all your hentai.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah,
this is my hentai hard drive. Keep close, real close.
No, we all know you watch it on the fucking Switch. Shut up. We know this is legal.
Yeah, but this is the hard drive where it's saved on, so I can transfer to the Switch. You can't fit all this on the Switch, Moz. Fucking idiot. Why do you think I'm late to streams half the time? I'm prepping my nighttime relaxation, motherfucker. Fucking hit you over the head with shit. But if you're looking to upgrade how you're actually going to experience your hentai, then yeah, okay, the laptop would make more sense, man. If you want that HD 4K experience.
He doesn't want that Nintendo Switch fucking 2-pixel hentai, bro. He wants that 4K shit. He's crazy.
That's fair enough. But for real, fucking hell, man.
Thank you. You fucking dog cunt.
That's a lot of fucking money, dude. That is a lot of fucking money. Thank you. Arigato, Akasu desu ka? Non the mail up. All right, here we go. Let's give you. What can we give him?
Give him a beating.
Give him a whooping. Let's play him a song. Let's sing him a song.
I like to butt fuck fine ladies. Will I choke hold a bitch? Well, maybe.
Well, maybe. Thank you very much, Arkasul. Thank you. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and spoil something. Arkasul's been helping me on something that we're working on as well. It's probably not going to come out for like fucking 8 months, but he has been helping. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now, so there was all these crazy fucking layoffs that happened, right? And then the big one came. Well, the big one. The Until Dawn remake developer Ballistic Moon has closed. They're gone right now. They just shut the fucking door and said, get the fuck out. It's done. It's Joe over. Now, I have 2 questions with this one off rip. One, and I know Mozik disagrees with me in this one, I still cannot comprehend why the fuck this game ever needed a remake when this game is basically just a movie. And 2, the fact that this is going to be turned into a movie. What are they promoting now? It's so bizarre. But Until Dawn remake Ballistic Moon is effectively closed, and that's according to multiple sources with knowledge of the situation. So Insider learned that after the layoffs that were publicly announced in September took place, roughly 40 employees or so were let go. The remaining staff were kept to offer post-launch support under development on the Till Dawn after its October release. Now, in December of last year, the company quietly laid off that staff as well, resulting in around 20 more developers losing their job. And sources say that the only studio's founders remain, possibly a handful of employees at most, and there's no employees in public relations, marketing, or development left. People are sharing bugs that they found in the game to make the team aware, but there's no one working on patch support for the game anymore. Wow. As far as what happened, those who spoke on the condition of anonymity made it clear that the owners attempted to keep things at Ballistic Moon moving forward. Many said that the owners were effectively looking for funding and pitching projects, but couldn't secure funding or a new publisher. When asked about Sony publishing another game or future updates to the Until Dawn remake for the studio, one source says it was discussed, but nothing came to fruition. Sony said after the game they may greenlit more funding for updates, but it looks like they didn't. Yeah, so that just goes on about how they're not fucking happy, but this is the way things played out. Moz, you might be the only person I've ever heard in my life defend Until Dawn. The floor is yours.
Fuck off. There's a massive community for it. But yeah, no, so these guys aren't the ones who actually made Until Dawn. These guys
did the remake.
They just did the remake. So there is a chance that we still might get an Until Dawn 2 and all that, but who knows? I guess depending how the fucking movie does, because the Until Dawn remake did okay. It was okay and not good enough to keep them open, apparently. But yeah, it's going to be very curious to see where these developers end up. I think Bloomhouse will actually get a lot of these developers, and hopefully they do get a job there, because these guys. It's kind of mean to say, but the Until Dawn remake, it was a waste of time. Like, because the game came out in 2014. I don't think anything that came out in 2014 needed a fucking remaster, in my opinion. But it's just, and I mean, it kind of looked worse in some points. So, but I still hope they get a new job and stuff. And I mean, if they're more into horror games, Bloomhouse is probably the right place to go. But it does kind of suck that Sony couldn't help out the boys. That also makes me think on why Last of Us 3 won't get made as well, though, because Sony is in fucking... They're desperate, bro. They need some big, heavy-hitting games again so they can get going again, because they're just closing down company after company. Like, it's crazy.
What big hits did they have last year? Of course, Helldivers 2, but that was mostly PC players for the majority of that. Spider-Man 2 came out 2023.
Astrobot was probably their best.
Yeah, Astrobot is another one. Beyond that, I'm having a really hard time finding a Sony game that's...
What do you mean?
Success.
Concord!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but great catastrophe that one was. Holy shit. Yeah, they're definitely... it's the shrinkage, man. This is the results of the... all the spending and the stupid spending they've done over the years with all these flops. So now, unfortunately, like the way it usually goes, it's the gear grinders that are taking the shit end of the stick.
$200 million to make Spider-Man. They're just throwing so much fucking money at shit that's just not working out for them, man.
And that's just the production budget, right?
I played the original Until Dawn, and I thought it was quite good for what it is. I mean, it's sort of like a one and done fun couch co-op thing, but it's not something I would go back to and replay. So like this remake just seems like a big waste of time and money, like Mazza was saying, not only for the fact that it is sort of a one and done game, but the original was already quite high fidelity in terms of graphics. So like this remake sort of, to me, rivals The Last of Us Part 2 remastered in unnecessary remakes, where it's just like, why even bother? The increase in fidelity is negligible. So like, why wouldn't you just invest all the time and money in a sequel rather than a remake of an original thing that everybody's like kind of over at this point?
Yep, because they could have just brought the 2014, like the original, to PC. That's the thing. And they would have made some more money. I would have rebought it on PC. I didn't want to pay $110 or something. I believe it wasn't $110, but it was still pretty pricey for a game I already own on fucking PS4. So if they had just brought it over and not given it a higher price, lowered it down a bit, they would have made a good amount of money for something they already made. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't have... Yeah, it does cost a bit of money to do a PC port and all that, but I reckon they would have made more money doing that than the full remake.
Yeah.
Well, another one that they kind of did the same thing with was Days Gone. Like, you know, people of anyone that was saying, "Hey, more Days Gone," they were saying sequel. No one said fucking remaster.
No.
Yeah.
What
That's another one. Yeah, like why bother?
How the fuck do you remaster a game that was so bad and failed that the fucking CEO had to be fired? And they're like, "That's a good remaster, I think, boys." You know, the one that got all the workers, a bunch of them fired. That one, boys.
Sony crash outs go hard. Then we have Last Toxic Mal with a $5. Thank you very much, Last Toxic Mal. It's for you, Moz.
Mother's mum is my own personal hard drive. I store all my nut inside. For real, for real.
It's got nothing to say to that one.
I'm only reading these if they're 10 now. I'm up my price. I'm only reading that shit if it's a 10.
Wow.
Bro.
You fucking heard him. All right, moving on.
Too much nut.
Too much nut. Too much fucking nut. So, rumor Gears of War collection to be revealed for PS5 this summer, and also launching day and date on the Sony systems. Okay, now there's a bit of details to this. A collection of classic Gears of War games will introduce PS5 owners to the franchise this year, according to well-connected Spanish tipsters, and there has been other leakers and all that types of people that have all come out to back this up as well. Snoop also accurately revealed Forza and Horizon 5 for Sony system, among others. Okay, so in the video, he states that a new game, Gears of War E-Day, is not ready for release this year. I completely believe that one. And so Xbox is looking to fill the gap with a compilation of the Gears of War titles. And this is not the first time I've heard this rumor, of course. Now, he doesn't know which games will be included in the collection, although it will most likely be the original trilogy, which, you know, I think is a safe judgment. Speaking of judgment, that could be there as well. He adds that the title will be revealed during the Xbox showcase this summer, with the release in later 2025. He stresses that it will launch day one alongside PS5, PC, and the Xbox Series as well. Now, there's a little bit more to this one as well. There's a lot to unpack. Obviously, there's going to be cross-platform, so you can play with everybody on top of that. But another big part of this is, oh boy, if this is true, co-op will be included, but no PvP multiplayer.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's bad. That's bad.
Now,
that's
but
the case.
You know,
that's a sack tap.
Because I still think the remasters are happening. Do you think they're only bringing it over so then they don't have to worry about the online service for PlayStation because they have the remasters in the work, and they're quickly bringing it over to make some extra bucks, and then they'll
Then what's the point of this whole trilogy release then?
Just to get some extra sales for E-Day, because what'll happen is this will come out. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the PlayStation fanboys ready for E-Day, and then E-Day will come out, and then it'll be, the remaster is probably a little bit further away than I originally thought. Like, it's probably be a year or two after E-Day, and then they'll do the remaster, and then that's when they'll do the PvP. Or it's they want this out, but they only want the PlayStation people playing the campaign and the co-op. So when E-Day does go over, people
because they know every single PlayStation player, if they play multiplayer, is going to get their arsehole split over their fucking own face by everyone else that's been playing these games for 15 years. But now here's the other thing, was I just don't see the point to why would you put out the collection and then do remasters? That just does not make any sense to me.
Bro, I don't fucking know Xbox's head, but I do reckon, because we know leakers have leaked like the fucking remasters of it, right? And
wouldn't that just be this though? Wouldn't that be?
Yeah, it might be. It might be, but to me, the collection just seems like they're just porting the games over, which I hope they don't. I hope it is actually remasters that they announce and not just porting the games over. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, let's just go through this. Let's just go through this one at a time, okay? Gears of War E-Day not being released this year. I totally believe that. I never thought E-Day was going to be in 2025. I think it is going to be 2026 at the absolute earliest. That does not surprise me at all. Now, where was the next part here? Okay, now this is fucking nuts. Be revealed at the Xbox Showcase with a day and date release on PlayStation. Remember all the fucking PlayStation fanboys, the Sony ponies, got pissed off at the last State of Play because there was too much shit that was announced to be going to Xbox and PC day and date? See, now it's the flip of that. Listen, consoles. The thing about consoles is y'all need each other. Xbox, it's 2025. It's not 2007 anymore. Xbox and PlayStation need each other at this stage. It's a weird Venom symbiote. Now everyone's going to fucking freak out. You got to have the Xbox have their robotic responses. You got to have the Sony ponies resort to their gluck tactics. But it's just reality, man. It's just not the case anymore. 2025, you need each other. Being angry that your PlayStation Showcase is showing games that are coming to Xbox, that's the way it is now. It's just the way it fucking is. This whole console war is dead, right? Unless you're Nintendo. Everything I say in regards to consoles has an asterisk unless Nintendo next to it, okay? That's just the way it is these days. So that's going on with that. That's going to be interesting because you know there's going to be a fucking Xbox meltdown when that happens. The same way ponies fucking were like crying out of their asshole for a week. You're going to see the Xbox do the same
It's
thing.
so funny. It's always the actual fans of like Xbox or the fans of PlayStation who end up being shitty after a State of Play or the Xbox event. Everyone else seems to be happy except for the actual fans of that fucking event. It's so funny. Every time there's an Xbox event, all the Xbox people are crying. After the PlayStation one, it's all the PlayStation people crying. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Strange world. And then that brings us to no PvP multiplayer.
That's. Do you think this is a? They're either gonna remaster or remake for E-Day and make E-Day a really big PvP then, or do you think they just don't care about PvP? Because when I think Gears, I don't think PvP. So do you think it's a Doom tactic where it's more focused on the campaign and getting all that stuff right than worrying about the PvP? Because
the problem with that, Moz, I think everyone will agree that when it comes to Gears of War, the campaign's always going to be more important. Okay, yeah. That's the fucking bread and butter, right? You know, you multiplayer, fuck yeah, hook that shit to my veins, all that type of stuff. Your horde mode, all that, it's all fucking banger. But campaign is the most important thing to get right in a Gears game.
Yep.
But the problem with that then, Moz, is don't call it a Gears collection if you're missing multiplayer.
That's it. Even though,
what would you call it though? Like, would you Gears
campaign collection?
Yeah,
campaign?
Yeah, Gears campaign collection.
Yeah, because
even though it's War collection.
Yeah, even though the multiplayer is not exactly a vital organ that makes Gears of War, it certainly is at the very least a kidney. You know, you don't really need it, but it's very important that you have it. You know.
Well, remember when everyone left Judgment to go back to Gears 3 for multiplayer?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they've always had a big scene for their multiplayer, all the same.
Oh, yeah, man. Doing these deep dives, I totally forgot just how important, specifically Gears of War 1, was to competitive console gaming.
Yeah.
So it absolutely has its place.
I remember it doing really well, like having a very dedicated and considerably large player base. Not quite reaching the heights of Halo and Call of Duty, but it was still substantial.
One thing that I also find funny about this is that over a decade later, once again, Gears of War has to come in and take cover, hold cover for Halo, satisfy the audience, wait so that the Halo game can come out for that audience. Oh man, Halo 3 all over again.
History.
And like Mazo was saying, I expect that once E-Day does come out, they're going to have a fleshed out multiplayer for that, and they don't want to dilute their player base across the retro game Gears of War titles.
Yep, I'm thinking that's
retro Gears of War. That's such a wild thing to say, but we're at the stage.
They're old games, right? I mean, 2000s.
Yeah, my friend's brother, he called the Xbox. He's a little boy, right? He called the Xbox 360 a retro console, and me and my friend looked at him. We're like, would you be offended if I just drop kicked your little brother? I know you can't do it, so I'll do it, type of thing. I'm like, you little shit. But he's fucking right. It is considered retro now.
Yeah, it's a sort of generational thing, right? Where it's like, some people call N64 retro, and it's just like, what about Atari, dude? I was there when that came out.
The fact
That's old as fuck too. PS2 is ancient shit, bro. That shit should be in a fucking museum. And these motherfuckers like it's only 20 years old. Motherfucker, that
the
thing can drive
360
now.
is a retro console.
Yes, it is, motherfucker.
They tell you it's a retro console.
The Xbox 360 era, they were calling like the Nintendo 64 and all that a retro console at that time. It is way longer period now than.
Oh yeah. Do you want to feel really, really old?
No.
Too bad. The gap between the 1980s and GTA Vice City, that gap is smaller than the gap between GTA Vice City and today.
You just gone through a fucking midlife crisis, cunt. Cheer up.
Mate, I had my midlife crisis at 16. The way I see it, I've got like 5 years left in the tops.
You're having it right now, you fucking pussy bitch.
If I'm having a midlife crisis, Moz, you're about to have a fucking really bad early life crisis.
These people are fucking crybabies and they're old and they're shitting themselves. So
they're all awful. But anyway, in regards to no multiplayer, that is a bit of a double whammy, isn't it? Because it absolutely should be there, but I kind of get the argument you guys are saying with EA not wanting to.
I'm not saying like I agree with that completely either. I mean, I think it is a real shame that they're not including the classic multiplayer. But
I don't think it's a good thing. I just think that's the route that they're going. I don't want I don't want them to go that route, but I think that is the route that they're going. Sadly, because let's be honest, if I were to even go back to Gears, right, I wouldn't play the MP anyway, right? And that 1 to 3, I wouldn't probably play the PvP anyway. So it's like,
Gears 3, I bet you would.
I don't know, man. I guess I don't know.
I think Master Chief Collection plays a role in people's disappointment because that had multiplayer for all the games, right? And you could configure your playlist to mix and match sessions from whatever game you wanted. And it's just like, what, Gears doesn't have it? Come on.
Yeah, true.
And the Master Chief Collection did that as well. And I know Halo 5 was like, the worst thing to ever happen in the history of humanity. But, that still had multiplayer. Mm-hmm. And so did Master Chief Collection, and they launched pretty close to each other.
And it's quite nice to have that ability to play like classic Halo multiplayer, like Blood Gulch snipers on modern hardware and networking infrastructure. Yeah.
The only reason why that as well is the Doom. Like, how many people were disappointed when that isn't getting a PvP? And how many people were disappointed in Doom Eternal's PvP being so dog shit when 2016's was actually pretty good, right? And so even though the fans are asking for it, Xbox just seem to be going this weird route that they do care about one other games, but it's like their big ones like Gears, Doom and stuff. It's like they don't care about the PvP. They only care about the campaigns. Isn't that weird? Like, that's the route that they seem to be going, because you'd think Doom and stuff would have the PvP as well. But
the other thing as well, though, is if there's, let's just say, a 12-month gap between the collection and EA, that's 12 months of people that want to play Gears multiplayer still stuck on Gears 5.
Yeah.
I think I might know. We've seen developers do this kind of thing before, deprive you from older multiplayer games, stuff that fans of it who would be dissatisfied with the latest and greatest, in their perspective, the latest and greatest game multiplayer that they have. They don't want to give, an opportunity for people to go and run back to those games and like just enjoy the multiplayer there, because they've seen it a few times with other games. Payday 3, for example, the multiplayer was so much shit, but so everybody decided to go back to Payday 2. And I'm pretty sure you go look at the Steam charts right now, it is like 10 to 15 times more people playing Payday 2 than there is 3. As in a developer's shoes, I wouldn't want to see that happen. I would want to try to at least legally try to manipulate the audience to go to my latest and greatest game rather than hiding in stuff that I'm not going to make a profit off of anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's also news to me that there was I knew there was like a Gears of War like old games collection coming out, but I didn't realize there was remasters and remakes being developed simultaneously, which I agree that's dumb if they're doing that. Why not just pick one or the other? Certainly the remakes if you're going to go with one or the other. Why release two? That just seems really stupid.
Oh, man, Gears of War, like the Marcus Phoenix collection or Gears collection, whatever the fuck they're calling it, it's one of the worst kept secrets. Like everyone's known about this for fucking years, but there's just never been anything official about it. But anyone that has any grain of salt, fucking bullshit. They all say it's real. There's industry people saying it's real. In fact, some people even said that when E-Day was announced, they were confused because they thought that was going to be the trilogy announcement. This is one of the worst kept secrets you've ever heard in your life, man. But my next question would be in regards to co-op. I'm going to assume that includes horde mode. If you keep the horde mode, that falls under co-op, is right. But then the question would be, so if I can do co-op, why can't I do PvP? If I can do horde mode, why can't I do PvP?
Yeah.
This is why it all gets very confusing to me.
Okay, you know what I think of what it is? Because do you remember the company that was working on it? They had to go over and help them make E-Day. I bet you they were only just about to start making the PvP, and then they were forced to go over to help with E-Day. So I think they were working on it and they were going to make it, but then the company got moved over before they could finish it. So they've got the campaigns and the co-op ready to go, but they weren't allowed to finish the PvP. And I bet you the PvP will be left for E-Day. That's what I think happened, because it was the weirdest time to announce that you're going to help with E-Day. If you were going to say you're helping with E-Day, you think you would have said day one or whenever it was announced, right? You wouldn't have just said like a few months later, oh yeah, now we're helping with E-Day. It sounds like they were working on something else. They were probably working on the collection, and then now before they got to actually finish it, they got pushed over to E-Day.
I suspect the reason for a lack of PvP is some kind of bullshit like that, because in order to make horde mode happen, you have to create this network capability. And if you're going to build that, then it's like, if you can build PvP, you might as well. Like, if you're already building the infrastructure to make horde mode possible. So, like, it's just, yeah, it must be something stupid like that. That's the reason.
Strange times. Strange times. Ain't that right, Moz? Moz, are you all right?
Big strange
you got
times.
your snazzy polo? You feeling okay, buddy?
The fuck is a snazzy pole?
No. Snazzy polo, Moz.
Snazzy polo. Like Marco
Polo.
Moz,
we have a message for you from Lord Voldemort.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
No, it doesn't.
What the fuck was that? That's a new one.
It doesn't.
You're massaging your fucking gills. Did you guys know that Mozza has gills?
Dude, I'm a fucking Harry Potter motherfucker. Alright, now listen. I'm sick of that clip.
What does this have to do with you having gills?
Never you mind.
I'm not gonna mind. Alright. That was very, very, very strange. You know, John, in all your years of making RB and the Chief and Master Chief Sucks, did you at any stage have an idea for a character like him? Because this dude is straight out of a fucking 2010 machinima.
I just, no, not like, it was just really, it started with just Chief, and then when it came time to turning it into a recurring series, it was just like, okay, if I'm going to keep doing this, Chief needs somebody to butt up against. And he sort of lets me get away with Chief making certain raunchy, offensive jokes because Arbiter's there to sort of counterbalance it and say, dude, that's not cool. And then the only other characters really are just people that they meet online. For the most part, it's really centered around them being alone in the house. That's sort of an essential part of the show. It's like they're isolated from the world.
Who would win in a fight? Your version of Master Chief or Mozza?
See, I pick Master Chief. Bro. Master Chief ain't got shit on me.
Well, he's like
I've been
9
a-
inches tall or something. So
Okay.
I've been
And he
a
was going to
Goggle
kill himself
stick-
when the Halo 3 beta ended. I remember that. It was time to end it all. He was going to kill himself. And then he went back to Halo 2 and all was good.
yeah.
Dark times.
It was like him when he played Black Ops 6 and when he played the new map on Black Ops 6 Zombies, the brand new one. He kind of felt like Master Chief then.
I ain't gonna lie, that was pain, bro.
Yeah, and but don't worry, he's got his boy Mike to do some docking with.
Okay,
And by
first
docking,
of
we mean
all,
cock
Mike's
to
a
cock.
fucking gay cunt. I'm not fucking gay.
That's
John
the point.
is
You're both
gay.
gay. You're in a
point.
relationship.
No,
Yeah.
he's gay. I'm not gay. I'm straight.
Is that because you consider him to be a woman?
That's weird. No.
Oi, Maz, don't worry. I got something to calm you down. It's called Chaos Front, a turn-based spaced mecha mercenary game.
Up. It's not up. Screen share's not up.
Are you fucking kidding? What the fuck,
Not
StreamYards? Piece of
Why
shit.
the fuck can I see it? Then
There it
you
is.
guys fucking can't.
That's
so
better?
fucking weird.
Admin.
Oh,
No.
I don't fucking know. Fucking StreamYards. This update has been bad. It's been fucking bad, this StreamYards update. Anyway, a turn-based spaced mecha mercenary game. You can recruit pilots and captains with varying stories and skills, buy and modify spaceships, mechas, artilleries, and fighters, take missions, participate in battles between galactic powers, and change situations and experience different stories. I'm not going to lie, I'm liking it. That sounds cool as fuck to me. All right.
Caught
let's
my
see.
interest at Mecca.
Yeah. Lycarius! Cream
Great
NATO
journey
did all the
begin.
character names.
Oh, really?
Lycarius!
Is this gonna play out like a sci-fi mecha Fire Emblem?
It's a gay fucking lethal
Yeah,
game.
I think it is.
A little bit of vibes, or what is it? Battalion? No, Battalion Wars? No.
Fuck on just got fucking wrecked. We just seen a motherfucking drive over someone in
Yep.
space. How the fuck did this?
I'm in.
Missions going around. A little bit like BattleTech.
I'm in.
Spartans got space time. Look at him.
Boy, there's a demo.
The music's doing my fucking head.
Moz, I'll kick you in the fucking head. How does that sound? Oh, I got a lot. Fuck me.
It's not really my genre, but that does look good.
That looks fucking cool as fuck, man. Let's drop the link to every motherfucker there. All right, bitch boys. Hey, John, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate that, man. It's
No
been
problem.
too long since we've had you on. So we'll get
I'm
you
happy
back
to be
on
a part
soon.
of it, man. I tune in regularly. I'm a big fan of the show, like I said.
That's humbling. That's humbling. So if
Totally
John
grateful,
likes it, it's good enough for you. If it's good enough for John, it's good enough for you, fucking losers. Yep, talking to you, boss hog, motherfucker. And just a reminder, next week, 5 p.m. We got one more stream before that
5
starts.
p.m. Eastern. Yep. So next week it's gonna be a little bit later. So yeah. You fucking.
What
dogs.
the fuck? I'm looking at some of these things that are here. There's Cream. Cream put one that says that his cock burns. There's one that I put that says women's rights aren't real. And then there's this Jono Eagle dick.
The fuck? Oh, Cream.
fucking nuts.
That's gotta
Yeah,
be Cream.
Cream. That shit's fucking nuts, man. Oh boy. Anyway, John, anything you want to promote? Anything coming up? Any streams? Any 8-hour fucking streams at 3 in the morning again?
Yeah, well, I try to do that
Yeah!
Fridays and Saturdays. So right now I've been doing all the Halo games, and now I'm on Reach and debating whether or not to move on to the 343 games to just dissect them and analyze where it went wrong. But I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, I'm just working on my Hard Justice show that's done on Halo Reach on original hardware, and I'm getting all the shots for that. So that'll take me a while still to get out.
Yeah.
John
I'll give
Grimm
you
on
this.
YouTube. Yep.
If with Halo 4, at least with that one, you'll get out with your heart and mind intact. I can't say the same for 5 and Infinite.
Yeah, there are things I like about Halo 4, so I would like to revisit it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think my biggest issues from Halo 4, apart from gameplay, Gameplay's the biggest fucking problem with that game. But the bigger issues with that is you just need to read comics and books to understand what the fuck's going on.
Right. Yeah.
What's a Jewel Mondama?
Where'd the Didac go?
What's a librarian?
Why
Oh,
is he
Didac! Dead.
Yeah.
Not dead. Not dead. Dead. Not dead. Jesus.
Don't know what to fucking do with any of their characters.
Yeah, fucked up over there. Speaking of fucked up, Jono, are you streaming later?
Yep, I'm going to be kicking off Bioshock, the third part of that, and it's probably going to be the finale of that one, so I'll be able to kickstart Bioshock 2 tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, you can find me over at my usual YouTube streaming channel, Big Jono Gaming. Or is it Big Jono Plays? I forget now. Yeah, Big Jono Gaming. And yep, I'll be out there at about 15 minutes from now. Links over in the chat. Appreciate you, gentlemen. All the best.
Moz, your turn, you freak. Yeah, you.
I just put John Graham's link in the chat as well, you fucking dogs. But you fucking...
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
I'm deleting that fucking...
See, he gets it. He gets it. I'll tell you. Hey, when I first made the...
You gotta stop that! See what he's
I
fucking... Look at him! Look what you made Lethal into!
When I first did
funny.
Optimus Prime Time to Goon, about a month later, they all hated it. About a month later, Cream Nato said, "No, it's actually fucking genius." He just didn't get it.
A month later, he gets it.
No, it's fucking stupid. It's fucking retarded. Your mother should be fucking disappointed in you. I hope she is.
Oh, one more thing before we take off. I see in the chat that it's Jody's birthday today. So just say happy birthday to your girl. All the best. Hope you had a wonderful day.
I hope you stabbed your toe.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Get mad cake.
Have a good day.
Hope you get mad cake. All right,
get all that cake.
You, Moz? Anything you want to show?
Listen.
I'm listening. Yeah, I am. You got me.
You're properly looking. Alright, you fucking dogs. This is actually something new for me. Lethal's done this before, but this is actually something new for me that we did over on the Epicverse channel. We actually did a cheeky little review for Daredevil episode 1 and 2 yesterday. It went up. I just put the link in the chat there. So if you want to go over and check out what we thought of Daredevil episode 1 and 2, please go over there. Make sure you fucking can see us talk about Daredevil and
Good times. And then we have the last toxic male with a tour. It's for you, Moz. What the fuck is Broken? Anyway.
No, you know why they do this weird shit? Because they get weird Voldemort fucking videos and then they make shit like Broken Plus.
From this day forth.
Your whole belongs to me.
They're matching your freak, Lethal.
Matching my freak.
They're matching your freak, exactly.
One in the chat if you can match my freak. All right, go on, Moz.
You be a freak, you get freaks. All right, now Muzz and Mike. It's true. Pound asses only on Gronkin Plus.
That's a wild fucking statement.
A lot of gay content on Gronkin Plus.
A lot of gay. If you want to watch gay shit, go to Gronkin Plus.
Why can't we have fucking normal shit on Gronkin Plus? Why does it always have to be gay? Oh, my mom getting wrecked. So it's either gay shit or my mother getting wrecked.
It's a wild.
If you love watching asses getting pounded, Gronkin Plus is the place for you.
Can we get that? Can we get that clipped?
I'm
not. Get that... We're gonna clip that actually. As for me, I actually have to head out for a little bit pretty soon, but I might go live when I get back. That'll be fun. Do some more Code Vein. Haven't done a game stream in a while. But on that note, thank you very much. Appreciate every single one of you. Moz, play us out.
Fuck off. Get out of here, you stupid cunts.
I'll see Lovefist burn. Lovefist ruined my life.